The following is a live presentation of Strathroy Rockets Hockey. Aspro's in alone. Daniel Aspro, breakaway, scores! To the net here, still has it. Over to the side, center, scores! Well, good evening and welcome inside the West Middlesex Memorial Center for tonight's Junior B action between the visiting Sarnia Legionnaires and the hometown Strathroy Rockets here on Rockets Radio. Noah Smith, Matt Hiscox alongside me here to call the action as the Rockets look to get back into the win column after a tough loss on the road last night in St. Thomas. Matt, two teams here that are battling for that eighth and final playoff spot. The Stars just ahead of the Rockets and Legionnaires, but these two teams looking to try and find out who is going to have that final playoff spot in a few weeks' time. Yeah, and this game is more important than what most would think is, because if it comes down to head-to-head or goals for and against, you're going to look at these games. These are the games that are going to matter, because they're going to be the ones that are battling for the positions, like you mentioned. So that's where these games come into a key. So you want to win these ones so you don't have to fight later on against the top teams. As mentioned for the Rockets last night on the road in St. Thomas, it was a 5-2 loss against the Stars, a team that went 4 for 5 on the power play and putting the Rockets away with three straight, power play goals to put them up 3-1, and it was all downhill from there for the Strathroy Rockets. The Rockets will look to get back into action tonight and get back into the win column, and they're going to be changing up the starting goaltender. Matt, tonight they're going to go back to Chaz Nixon in goal to see if he can help them get back into the win column. Yeah, he's had a good year with the Rockets. He's played in 9 games, a 2.8 goals against average. For a team that's this low in the standings, that is really good. You want to see a goalie that's below that 3. You want to be ideally around the 2 point, but for a team that's this low in the standings, 2.8, you can't go wrong with that. And that's why I think Nixon will be key going down the stretch. You'll see him get probably a little more games than you will the other two. Ethan Everard will be the starting goaltender for the Sarnia Legionnaires. The Rockets, they've seen him twice so far this season, Matt. One game going the Rockets' way, another going the Legionnaires' way. But the thing that we want to point out is the goals against. The Rockets have been able to find the back of the net 10 times against Ethan Everard. Yeah, that was before the deadline. We did see a few moves, but 10 goals against is a lot to give up in 2 games. That's a 5 goals against average. And a team that can score. Carson Perry's can put the puck in the back of the net. You want to see that happen tonight, especially against Everett, who you're not expecting to make the big saves tonight when need be. Like, they're going with their number 2 in this game, so we'll see how that works for the Legionnaires tonight. Couple of scratches to get through in the lineup. First for the Strathroy Rockets, Matthew Brazeau, Cole Smith not in the lineup, as well as Blake Hall, and Charlie Barnes. Over on the Sarnia Legionnaires side of things, Joel Verspieten, Matthew Ballack, and Jackson Priddle all not in the lineup for the Legionnaires. The Rockets still missing Hall and Barnes on the back end, so they're going to rely once again on a couple guys to step up in the roles there and help the Rockets hopefully on defense here in this hockey game. As we are just about set and ready for the national anthems. Now we'll take it down to ice level here for the anthems. Puck drop to follow here from Strathroy. So the anthem's complete, just about ready for puck drop here in Strathroy. We welcome you inside the West Middlesex Memorial Center. Saturday night hockey and a battle between the Legionnaires and the Rockets. Big 2 points on the line. Noah Smith, Matthew Hiscox to bring the game for you here. The officials in tonight's game, Clint Campbell and Cheyenne Batten, are the officials in the game. It'll be Craig Stedman and Jamie Neal on the lines for the hockey game.
Yeah, the big key for the Rockets tonight, I think, in this game is going to be one of the newcomers, Michael Elliston. He's been big in this game, in his play for the Rockets so far. 4 points in 6 games for the Rockets. I think he's going to be really big for the team tonight. If he can get on a good line, get going tonight, it's going to be big for him.
He's looked good so far since coming over in the trade from London. Of course, a Rocket 2 years ago as a call-up. It'll be Nelson, Faulkner, and Piercy to start the game here for the Rockets. As the face-off is down and we're underway back inside the Strathroy zone. Ty Johnson over on the right side. Now pass comes over Spezial. He's looking to try and dump that one in. Spezial, of course, back on defense here tonight in the hockey game for Strathroy. Now the puck played up just out front of the Sarnia bench. They'll knock this one over at the blue line, get it across center and bring it inside the Strathroy zone. Then knocking that one away, going to turn it over for Piercy, who rushes in. Piercy looking for a shot. That one just wide of Everhart and all the way back down into the Strathroy zone for Spezial. Now Habib looking for a pass to Faulkner out of his reach. No icing on the play here. Legionnaires thought there might have been, but the Rockets will chase back down inside of the Sarnia zone. Now setting up for a long pass. Coming across to the captain, O'Leary DeLosa, now wide on the left side into the corner. Back behind the net, here comes O'Leary DeLosa. He's tied up in the wall. Marshall trying to poke that puck loose here for the Strathroy Rockets. It's O'Leary DeLosa still with it now. That puck chip past Elliston. Pass to the middle of the ice, just out of the reach of Carson Perry. It'll be dumped in. There's a big hit there on Brooks by Perry. Marshall up the boards to Elliston. Elliston had that one knocked away from him. Harper back behind the net. Now Habib trying to tie that one up. Chance right front, thrown on goal, and Nixon gets his first action. A pad save. Rockets looking to clear. That one's going to go off the boards and out. Elliston tried to lift the stick there. Couldn't get it out past the defenseman there in West Brooks, and now it turns over. Elliston left side. Elliston looking for a shot. That one's going to go off a stick and over top of the net. Still inside of the Sarnia zone, but the Legionnaires will carry it out past their own blue line. To center, and now it'll be dumped in. The Legionnaires will grab a change here. Puck back inside the Strathroy zone. Dumped up forward there from Habib, turned over. Now the Legionnaires trying to carry it back in. Nice move to work it past the defender. Backhander well over top of the net. Hogarth on the right side corner. Chip forward. Balaz battling with Dupuis. Kept in at the blue line. Now shoveled down low. It's Habib. Rimmed around the boards over to the opposite side for Laszlo. Pass up, chip from Hewitt. Hogarth, and now Laszlo back, carries it across center. At the blue line, had that one chipped off his stick, but he's able to get it down low. Lots of action here early on, just about 2.5 minutes into the hockey game. And it's going to be turned over here. Coming back the other way comes DeGlass. DeGlass looking shot on, and Nixon sees that one easily, makes the glove save, and we'll get our first stoppage of play.
Really, really physical action so far in this game tonight. Both teams, when you get in the corner, you want to keep your head up because both teams are looking to take you off that puck with the body. Really, really key first 2 saves there for Nixon on the pad and in the glove. You want to make sure you get a feel for that puck early on.
Back behind the net, a big hit on Kruger, who's pinned against the wall. Kane Johnson now trying to get that puck loose for Strathroy. Up onto the right side, Dundas couldn't chip that one past. Lightfoot will go get it back behind the net, trying to center that pass, knocked away. Now back behind the net, Laszlo. Laszlo comes out on the right side, turned over, trying to bring it out front, firing it off the side of the goal here. Legionnaires still with a chance, back behind the net. Off the back of the net now, into the left corner, Pimentel. Pimentel in a battle, trying to get that one away, O'Leary DeLosa. Now firing a shot on. Nixon had a little bit of trouble with it, but he makes the stop. 16:49 to go in period number 1, still scoreless.
Yeah, and that's a big, big, big shift for the Legionnaires there. It all started off a Rockets turnover, and you see them get right off the ice as soon as possible. That's not a shift you want to have if you're the Rockets this early in the game. There was 4 or 5 good chances there for the Legionnaires.
Back down behind the Strathroy net now, off the face-off. Piercy will chip that one out past the blue line. All the way back inside the Sarnia zone now. Holding on to it as now Morningstar goes down low. Spezia will take him against the wall. Ninehouse coming in to help him. Looking out front to Sean on, blocked away by Nixon. Back behind the net. Rockets still with possession now. Piercy trying to chip that one past the defender. Trying to hold on to the line, and McLean did for a brief second, but it's now Faulkner. Back to Ty Johnson. Johnson will throw that one off the boards. Turned over, looking for a chance on. Pad save. Another one there by Nixon, kicked away into the corner. Now it's just going to be flipped up and cleared down the ice. Brooks will have to chase inside the Sarnia zone with Nelson coming in on him with a little bit of speed. Brooks over to the left side. With speed carrying it forward comes Harper. Harper into the corner. Faulkner's going to take that one away from him, battling to try and get it back. And now Piercy up to center, knocked away by Richardson. Through the middle of the ice, Sleegers over to Harper. Harper across the blue line, shot on, and stopped by Chaz Nixon.
Yeah, Austin Harper, who had his first career OHL goal there the other night for Sarnia against the Rangers. He's the leading point getter for the Legionnaires, so you want to make sure you're getting a body on him as much as possible in this game. Make him feel uncomfortable throughout this whole entire game.
Habib off the wall to Elliston. Elliston tried to chip that one away. The Rockets finally will get it out. Marshall over to Belaz on the right side. Just inside of the Strathroy blue line. Harper's going to dump it in and chase. Habib taken away from him. Chance out front there, and that one fired on. Stopped by Nixon and out of play.
And as mentioned right there, Austin Harper wide open on the far side. A big save there by Nixon. That really keeps the Rockets in this game, but they've got to get this puck out of their zone. It's been in the zone for probably about, I'd say, 3 minutes here with only about one chance in the Legionnaires zone.
Point shot through traffic. That one blocked away by Nixon. Wraparound chance on the doorstep, and Nixon going to come out of the blue paint to cover that one up. And Sarnia yet another chance here. Stoppage of play, 15-10 to go in period number one.
And we've seen this before with the Rockets. We saw it actually with Team Canada, where their goalie stood on their head for the most part within the first 10 minutes. And you know what? Sometimes you need that to get a team going. Really smart play here by Nixon. Don't know if it's an actual equipment, but I've seen it happen before. Goalie take a little bit extra time, adjust equipment, give his team a second to calm down here. That's what they need to do.
Kendry now bounces that one off the boards. The Rockets will clear as it'll be tipped out there off the stick of Tage Gallant in the corner. Now turned over again, fired on goal. Nixon another save. Puck comes out to the point. Bouncing around, holding on to it. Another chance on goal, and Nixon right at the top of the circle there makes the save.
That's 5 good quality chances already for the Legionnaires, as they have been all over the first 5.5 minutes here or so with the chance. 8-1 the shots for the Legionnaires, not what Jason Williams wants as the coach of the Rockets.
Face off back into the Strathroy zone. Habib trying to clear. Kept in by Barless for now. Lightfoot trying to fire one towards the net. It bounces off the end boards. And before a chance could happen for Sarnia, it's covered up once again by Chaz Nixon. 5 minutes and 19 seconds in as now we have a shoving match down in the corner. It's Ryan Marshall
and Kruger, it looks like.
Yeah, Kruger for the Legionnaires getting into it. I don't know if anyone's going to. Marshall right now is being escorted to the box, and I think the Rockets going to be shorthanded when all this is said and done.
Yeah, it started off the slash after the whistle on Nixon, so we'll see what it comes out, but it looks like it's only going to be 2.
Batten now to the box to make the call.
It's a 10-minute. He gave him a 10-minute misconduct for that. Referees making a statement here early on, right away, saying they're not putting up with anything here.
And now he has the conversation with head coach Jason Williams, who obviously just looking for an explanation. And now I'm not sure what is going on here. Are the Rockets going to be shorthanded? I don't know if they are.
No, I don't think they are. I think it's just a 10-minute misconduct.
So it's essentially just a timeout for Marshall to perhaps settle this game down if you thought it was going to get out of hand to start here.
I mean, you've got the top-ranked penalties in the league here for the Rockets. They're third place, so they're going to take penalties, but a little early if it's me.
Hit it on Morningstar coming across the line, and now Kindry stepping up to make a hit as well. Puck will bounce out past center. Brooks, and inside his own zone, here's the Legionnaires. Look to set up. Ninehouse now across the line on the left side. He'll break it into the corner now. Backhands one off the side of the net, sitting on the back of the goal, finally trying to clear that one. Turned over out front, another chance there. And Nixon standing tall here, another save as the shoves continue out front of the Strathroy net. It's Ninehouse getting in there. Kindry just pushing back, but Ninehouse not backing off.
And usually you see it in these games where it's a lower-ranked teams. They're going to play a little bit dirtier. They're going to be getting a little meaner to each other. But Sarnia is the third lowest team in the Western Conference when it comes to penalties with only 415. Now, the Rockets do have 461 penalty minutes. That's fifth highest. So they're still pretty close together, but they're not high penalty minute teams.
These two teams, the fifth meeting of the season between the clubs, so they know each other. Now that one's fired off the side of the net by Richardson. Picked up by Nelson on the far right corner. He's just going to flip it up to center ice. Faulkner now in across center. Rockets entering inside the Sarnia zone for what seems like the first time in about 5 minutes. Inside the corner now. Nelson back behind the net, battling to try and get this puck back. He holds on to it. Up to the point now. Ty Johnson shot through traffic. That one's stopped by Everard. Piercy now, he'll chase. Tries to go back down low. Nice play by Faulkner to get that one away, but it'll be covered up by Everard, and we'll get a whistle. Face-off coming inside the Sarnia zone.
So the official penalty is an instigator 10-minute misconduct.
So I'm imagining what the official saw down there, and I don't know if obviously there's some words that might have gone towards the call here, but Marshall trying to get Kruger to fight, and nothing came of it. Is now a pad save, rebound, another chance on goal, stopped by Everard, fired on goal, and the puck stays out as Everard down on his wallet makes the save.
A little Dominic Hasek impression there for sure by Everhart, as he's just multiple chances there. That's what you want to see if you're the Rockets. Maybe Marshall's penalty actually worked here, but either way, great chances by the Rockets there with 3 pad saves by Everhart, and then finally a sprawling Dominic Hasek impression to cover up the puck.
Face-off one cleanly, but all the way back out to the Strathroy zone. Now the chances, Johnson's pass up to Pimento. They'll set up down low, all the way around the boards. Now Johnson in the corner. Takes a hit, makes a play. Back behind the net, looking for a centering pass. Can't get the shot off there. Legionnaires will grab it at the hash marks, and they'll clear as that puck comes back out to center. Now bouncing puck. McDonald in across the offensive blue line. Shot on, and that one stopped easily by Chaz Nixon.
And if you're Jason Williams, you're happy right now. You got a little bit more chances on net. You want to continue it, but the one shot, it's one and done when it hits Nixon. There's no 3 chances like we just saw on the Legionnaires tender down at the far end.
That's something that Nixon has done well ever since coming over to Strathroy, and one of the things that he prides himself in is his rebound control. Off onto the right side, Habib will clear it off the glass and out. It'll be all the way back down to the Sarnia zone, chasing that one down Lightfoot. And now picked up, fired on a backhand down the ice, and that one surely will be enough for icing, so we'll bring the face-off back to the Sarnia zone.
And sometimes that's what you can do. Instead of forcing turnovers, force an icing. It puts the puck all the way back in the other end, and it's going to force them to make a reaction to you, possibly winning a face-off. That's what you want to see happen here.
And now they will swap sides of the ice.
Never seen a referee get involved on swapping sides for that.
They were lined up off to the right of Everard and then had that switched up when the official came in there. Didn't like how things were shaping up. Pass back to Kindry at the Strathroy side of center. He'll get to center and he'll dump it in. Coming through the middle there. Now looking for a pass. Just going to flip up into the air. Gets past Habib, but Kindry there to pick it up. Has it on the wall. Kindry, nice little chip play. Gets it up to Tage Gallant. Gallant at center. Turned over. Now coming across the blue line. Gallant taken down, and the penalty on the way here to Gallant as he takes down Cameron Lightfoot, and he'll go to the box. And Sarnia will get their first power play chance here of the hockey game. 11:47 remaining in period number 1, and it's going to be a hook.
Yeah, a team you really don't want to put on the power play. They're 5th in the league for being such a low team in the standings. Such a good power play, and they're getting the same amount of chances as other teams. They have 128 chances on the power play, which is about league average.
It's going to be fired off the glass and out right away. The Rockets last night in St. Thomas, they knew going into the game that the Stars had the 4th-ranked power play in the entire league. That includes all 3 conferences, and the Stars put up 4 power play goals on 5 attempts in the hockey game last night. Now the Legionnaires up to the point. Harper over to the left side. McDonald now has it on his forehand. Looking for a pass. Tried to find it over to Harper. Clearing attempt is capped in and back down low. Bounce pass off the boards. Harper now. Over to center. Shot through traffic. That one's going to be blocked. Bounces around and right to the crease where it's covered up by Nixon. Sometimes those ones are tough, Matt. You know, former goaltender. You're expecting the hard one from the point. It hits a couple sticks on the way and just knuckles its way towards the net.
Yeah, and unfortunately, those are where you pull a groin because you react to the first shot, and as much as everybody can say that reaction times are quick, sometimes those slow ones you got to react quicker because they bounce 3 times.
Harper at the point, holds, looks for a shot. That one stopped. Rebound, and Nixon kicks out the right side pad, makes another save. 50 seconds already gone off the power play for Sarnia. Back down low into the corner for Morningstar. Legionnaires working around the perimeter here. Morningstar looking for a pass out front, and it's going to be intercepted and cleared. That was O'Leary DeLoso who had the one-time chance out front, but the pass in his skates.
Yeah, I believe it was actually Habib got away with one there as he fell on a one-timer chance in front of the net.
Harper carries it in. Back to the net. Pass out front. That one blocked away by Nixon. Another great chance as it'll clear it out. Right off the glove there of Owen McDonald at the point, and he'll set up just inside the Sarnia blue line. Pass tipped the other way. Richardson now stepping up in the play. Sleegers around the boards. This one's going to get all the way over to the left side and out. No Legionnaires there to pick it up. Now 20 seconds to go here on the Sarnia power play. Pass over Sleegers at his own blue line now on his forehand. Now coming through the middle. That one picked up. Spezial spins back into the corner, looks, and that one's going to be off a stick and off the side of the net. Comes out, and it's going to be cleared out. Slagers just out of the blue line. It'll be picked up by Perry coming through the middle. Perry now circles back inside the Strathroy zone. Onto the ice, Gallant here as the Rockets have killed off the penalty. Now nice play. Belaz picks up the pass from Perry off his skate. Couldn't get anything going. Laszlo now. Quickly up. Belaz to Perry. Perry steps in across the blue line, drops it to Blaz. Now he'll carry it in, tries to cut to the slot. Laszlo at the point, left side. Looks for a pass, has it knocked off his stick. Blaz will pick it up back behind the net now. On his forehand, looking. Laszlo has that pass fan off his stick and all the way back out to center. Injury over to Laszlo. Tried to chip that one past and turns it over. Here come the Legionnaires stepping inside. Shot on. That one stopped by Nixon again. Rebound comes out, but the Rockets will get it right back at center. Belaz at the line looking for a shot on. Scores! Brendan Belaz. Little toe drag snipe, and the Rockets up 1-0.
Great play by Belaz there as he used the defenseman as a screen. Shot it through his legs. Top glove side on Everett, and what a shot as it beats the goalkeeper. The Rockets were getting a lot of pressure there after that penalty kill, and it pays off, getting them the 1-0 lead here. Under 9 minutes left in the first period. Great first goal for the Rockets.
Belaz had the first goal of the game for the Rockets last night in St. Thomas on another great wrist shot, and he does the same thing here tonight against the Legionnaires. 1-0 Strathroy. Inside of the Rocket zone. Spezial trying to clear. He has that puck in the corner, but they're going to say that one was played with a hand pass, and we'll get a whistle blown down. 8:37 to go in period number 1. The Rockets with a 1-0 lead. Face-off will come outside of the Strathroy zone, over in front of the penalty box. Tied up off the draw. Kane Johnson trying to get that one away. It's Ty Johnson playing it over, left side for Spezial. Off the boards and out, but picked up there by Owen McDonald. His pass off the stick of the glass and inside of the Strathroy zone. Now Ty Johnson right through the middle. Finds that one onto the stick of his brother Kane, and now the Rockets will bring it out, but offside on the play there as it got out, and Dundas brought it back in.
And ballast from Ty Johnson there on the opening goal of the game. And you know what? Like I said, you can't blame Everhart for that one by any means. When you use the defenseman as a screen, it's like putting 4 guys there. You can't see it worth anything, and you're not going to see it at all, even if you try.
Long pass off the boards. Spezial up to Piercy, who will knock it in. Rimmed around the boards. That one gets past Nelson. The Legionnaires will clear as that one's right out front of their bench. Now Piercy poked forward. Nelson just steps inside the corner with Ninehouse right on him. Ties him up against the wall. Piercy back behind the net here for Strathroy. Looks out front. Getting a chance on that one. Stopped by Everhart. Cleared up to the point and out. Is Everhart having to stand tall on that one. Oh, and almost a turnover there right on him as Carson Peer came in there. The Legionnaires welcome to have Peer back. He faced a suspension in December when the Rockets made 2 straight trips to Sarnia, and they did not have to face Carson Peer, which was a welcome sign for the Rockets. He's back in the lineup tonight, of course. Made his return the game after the Rockets went there on December 16th. Faulkner up through the middle here. Has Richardson right on him as he brings it across the blue line. Pass over to Piercy. Piercy now looking. Nelson shot on, and it almost squeaked through Everhart. Never a good look when your goalie looks right behind him.
You know what? That's probably one of the best spots as a player to shoot. About 6 inches off the top of the pad, and that's why you saw Everhart look back. He squeezed. You could see he squeezed that elbow as tight as he could, but you still wait because you can't feel that puck there with the elbow pad, and it just feels like it's going to squeak right through.
Perry, nice play. Elliston taken down coming out of the corner, and Everhart had trouble covering up that puck. Rockets bench was looking for a call. I don't blame him as Elliston was taken down coming out of the corner. Perry looking out front. Another chance there, banging away at it. Still in the corner here. Balaz trying to chase down O'Leary DeLosa. Balaz comes out of the corner with it. Now it's up to Perry. Perry looking away. Pass out front. Elliston trying to get it back. Balaz holds onto it. Still looks up to the point. Kindry shot through traffic is going to be tipped and over top of the glass and out of play with 6:35 remaining here in period number 1.
Really big turn of events here for the Rockets as they have turned the tide here, and they've gotten the last bunch of chances here. They've got 7 shots in this period. That's a lot different from what it was even 5 minutes ago at 12-1.
And the Rockets have that 1-0 lead on the goal by Brandon Balaz. It's the 4th straight game that the Rockets have scored first in, and they've only won one of those so far. This, of course, the 4th. Looking for the win here tonight as it's cycled back down low. Now Gallant tied up in the corner here, trying to get that puck back. Bounces off, and the Legionnaires will clear back out to center as Ty Johnson picks it up out front of the Strathroy bench. Now on his forehand. Looking for some room. Hogarth will find it, and now he'll bring it up ice. Legionnaires right on him. Will take that puck away on the bouncing puck. Gallant in there to try and battle, but here coming forward. Barless looking for a shot on. Pad save. Kicked out there by the right pad of Nixon. Just inside of the Strathroy blue line here. Sarnia still with a chance to try and get a shot off and finally knocked away from Barless. Picked up by Ty Johnson. Johnson pass onto the stick of Hewitt. Hewitt will dump it in, flips it into the corner and chases down McDonald. McDonald, nice play to get it over to the right side. Now trying to play as it's knocked away. Kane Johnson looking for a pass out front. It'll be cleared up and out all the way back to the Strathroy blue line. Kindry now to Kane Johnson. Johnson stick handles, loses the puck, tries to get it back here. Glass knocks that one away. Nice backhand play through the middle, and Moffitt gets past Spezial down low. And then a hit against him, throws him against the wall. Rockets get the puck back, and now they'll battle at their own blue line to bring it forward. Dundas will dump that one in. Off to the side of the goal. Everard covers it up there with the blocker, and this will draw another crowd off to the side of the net. Still on Dundas getting involved with a couple of Legionnaires.
And it makes, as this period goes on longer and longer, and the roughness continues, it almost surprises me. Something had to be said by Marshall that earned him the 10-minute, because what we're seeing out here is a lot less than what we saw down there. So he must have said something to earn him the 10-minute.
It'll be Kindry bringing it up into the Sarnia zone. Now back behind the net for Pimentel. Pimentel trying to leave it there for Kane Johnson. Johnson in the corner. Johnson held on to, hooked up a little bit there. Rockets bench was calling for a hold. They're not going to get it. Now at center, dumped in by Slagers. Down low, Kindry braces for a hit here. He's going to fire that one up and out all the way back to the Sarnia zone. Brooks, the long pass, and it'll be an icing here against the Legionnaires. And Ryan Marshall finally back out onto the ice here.
4:13 left in the first period. He's back on the bench. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's back on the ice really quickly. The Rockets got to take advantage of this opportunity here. A tired Legionnaires team that was going for a change on a face-off in their zone.
Piercy back behind the net. Pass up to the point. Laszlo looking shot. That one's blocked right into the shins there. Habib back down low. Faulkner just overskates it slightly. Now another chance. The puck comes back out front, but it's going to be Sarnia carrying it up through center to center as Morning Stars one move at the line, lost it, and dumped in. 3:50 to go here in the first period. Alex Laszlo back behind the Strathroy net. Nice bounce pass off the back of the net to himself, and now up through center. Faulkner in across the line. Pass over to Nelson. Nelson looking shot on. That one goes wide. Looking to see if the net stayed on there behind Everard. Nice move coming out through the middle, and a penalty on the way here. Rockets will go to the power play.
Yeah, it'll be a slash to the hands. We've seen a few slashes across the hands, even up into the shoulder area. I think that's one that the ref finally said, okay, you know what? That's enough of the risky business. Let's stop this early while we can.
So the Rockets' first power play chance of the hockey game comes with 3:32 to go in period number one.
The 19th overall power play percentage in the league at 14.8. You want to get one here before the end of the period.
Got one last night. It was the second goal of the game for Strathroy. As a point shot on, scores! Michael Elliston! 2-0, Strathroy.
And what did I say before the game? He's going to have a game tonight. If it's going to be a breakout, that'll be his first as a Strathroy Rocket. 5th point overall since coming over from the trade in London, or to London. What a shot from the point by Elliston. The forward back on the top of the point there, and he ripped that bar down on that shot. I hate to say I told you so, but there was something about his warm-up, just watching him, that it looked good.
Well, it's funny, we mentioned it last night in St. Thomas, and what of course ended up being a 5-2 loss, but the best player, at least looks-wise, on the ice for the Rockets in the last couple of games has been Michael Elston, and now he finds the back of the net on the power play to give him a 2-0 lead here in the first. Perry now at center. Rockets come back the other way. Balaz looking shot on, and that one stopped by Everard, although he stumbled a little bit with it into the glove there. 2:56 to go here in the first.
Yeah, that one handcuffed him, caught him right in that awkward wrist area as a goalie on the glove. A really, really tough area to stop pucks, and it bounced into his blocker. At least it bounced into his blocker and not back out or over, because that I've seen that a few times in that when it hits that wrist guard.
Up to the blue line, kept in by Ty Johnson. Down low for Piercy. Piercy, right side. Faulkner, nice play to get it back to himself. Now he walks it out front, fires one on goal. That one stopped by Everard. Faulkner just bouncing off his man there. Holding on to the puck, still has it. Off to the side, now down low for Nelson. To the point. Spezial shot through traffic. That one goes off the skates of O'Leary DeLosa and into the corner. Now back behind the net, it's Nelson again. Nelson holds. decides to go back down low with it. Piercy over to Faulkner, and Faulkner has that one bounce off his stick. Cleared up to the point, but kept in by Ty Johnson. Holding the line here as now it's finally cleared out, and now here comes Harper the other way. Harper in across the line. What a move! Works his way through. Stopped by Nixon. Gets back, and it finds the back of the net. Oh, they had him stopped, and then the Legionnaires keep on battling, and I believe it's O'Leary DeLosa leading the line there to bring them back within one.
Yeah, tough one for Chaz Nixon there as he made the save originally, and it squeaked through to the right or to the left-hand side there on his glove and tried to reach around, and it almost looked like it was kicked in by the defenseman sliding in after also being a little tapped by Deliriosa as well. Tough break for the Rockets there.
At the Sarnia blue line now, battling to try and get this puck loose. Coming up now, and now a penalty on the way here, and it's going to go to Dylan Dundas on the cross check. Far official making the call, but certainly the right call.
Yeah, you can see he's not happy with it. He saw the guy on the ground. He did give him a cross check. I will 100% agree on that.
Certainly a penalty here. And
yeah. You got a guy that's played and coached. That's one that I will agree with the referee on 100% on that one. The Rockets got to get a big clear here, or a big kill here to end the period.
Power play coming with 1 minute and 58 seconds left in the first, so will take us to the end and a little bit into the second if the Legionnaires can't find the back of the net. Circling down low here, it's O'Leary DeLosa looking for a shot on. Nixon makes the save and didn't really have to move much for that one down into the butterfly.
And he will make that save 99% of the time, and there won't be a rebound. Every time that Nixon can get that, and you saw his defenseman take that extra step to the right, so he had a clearer view of that shot as well.
Up to the point. Nelson knocks it away. Harper gets it back as he walks across the blue line. Coming back down low. Harper looking. Harper tries to walk out front. Holds it on his forehand. Up to the point. Pass over to McDonald. McDonald tries to settle it down. Fans on the shot. Just goes into the corner for O'Leary DeLosa. Now back behind the net, Morningstar. Pass up to the point. Ninehouse back down low. Morningstar up to Harper. Harper looks. Shot on, and Nixon, another save there. Not a whole lot of traffic out front as he saw that one easily.
Yeah, and it goes to Laszlo on that one. Laszlo really pushed the Legionnaires player out of the way and almost slowed him up before getting in front. One saying I always had with my defensemen, anybody that was on that was going to try and block a shot, really, if you can't get 100% in front of it, move, because I have a better chance of stopping it if even at a half percentage.
That one fired into the Rockets bench.
that one
Mike Brooks throws his hands up in the air there.
Yeah, I think Mike Brooks over there will be implementing some much-needed suicides on that one the next practice.
Off the draw, up to the point, and kept in by McDonald here. Down to the final minute of this first. Starting on the power play, down into the corner for Laszlo, and he's going to fire that one down the length of the ice here.
And Brooks really moved out of the way on that one, even though it was nowhere close to him.
Sarnia now from their own end of the ice. Carrying that one up, here comes Owen McDonald on the right side. Chips it past Laszlo, now back behind the net here. Holds onto it, now back to his forehand. To the corner, Kindry going to try to tie this one up. Legionnaires get it right back, and now cleared up to the point, but not out. Now Brooks corrals the bouncing puck, fires one on goal, goes well wide of the blocker side of Nixon. This one fired once again off the end boards and well wide. Down low here, 15 seconds to go as this one cleared up to the point, and they're going to say that one played with the hand, and 12.7 seconds to go here in the first. We'll get a stoppage.
That one you almost had to play with your hand as that one came rifling at Owen McDonald there, right at his head, and he just put through the hand up trying to protect himself, and it goes to his defense partner there on the other side.
Faceoff comes out to the neutral zone. Good news for the Rockets as it's won back and then immediately cleared down the ice into the Sarnia zone. And with 5 seconds to go here in the period, that's just about going to do it. Legionnaires will bring it out from behind their net, but the horn will go, and period number 1 will come to an end. With 2 seconds left on the minor penalty to Dundas, the Rockets will head to the break here up by a score of 2-1.
Yeah, really good period. The start wasn't exactly what you wanted if you're the Rockets, but you came back and you played a really good period in that first period. You got 2 goals, one from Brandon Ballas, assisted by Ty Johnson at the 11:05 mark, and then Michael Elliston, his first as a Rocket, from Brandon Ballas and Owen Kindry on the power play. Key point on that one. Rockets' power play hasn't been too good. They did get the one last night, but another one tonight. Maybe they can get a little power play roll here going.
Shots on goal after the first period of play, 18-10 in favor of the Sarnia Legionnaires. They carried a lot of play in that first period, but the Rockets able to get 2 goals on the board. As you mentioned, Balaz and Elliston picking up the goals there. Elliston, his first in his return to the Rockets, I will say though, Matt, he had 2 a couple of years ago as a call-up with this team. Although as a full-time player, he nags his first here, and it's a big one for the Rockets. We'll go to break here as the Rockets have a 2-1 lead over the Sarnia Legionnaires. You're listening to Strathroy Rockets Hockey here on the Rockets Radio Network. The following live broadcast of Strathroy Rockets Hockey is made possible thanks to our generous sponsors. Andy's Legendary Pizza, located at 10 Metcalf Street West in Strathroy. Commonwealth Financial, located at 370 Albert Street in Strathroy, and online at commonwealthfinancial.ca. Carpet One Floor and Home, located at 325 Caradoc Street South in Strathroy. All Season Concrete, located just outside Strathroy, and visit them online at allseasonconcrete.ca. MNP Accounting, Consulting, and Tax Services, located at 6 Front Street in downtown Strathroy. And by Middlesex Chiropractic. Visit them at 117 Thomas Street in Strathroy.
The following is a live presentation of Strathroy Rockets hockey.
Aspro's in alone. Daniel Aspro, breakaway, scores! That's to the net here, still has it. Over to the side, center, scores! Back inside of the West Middlesex Memorial Center here in Strathroy. 20 minutes of hockey in the books here between the Rockets and the visiting Legionnaires, and it's 2-1 lead for the hometown Strathroy club. Noah Smith, Matt Hiscox bringing you the action here on this Saturday night. Matt, what did you like most about that opening period from Strathroy? Obviously getting on the board first with 2 goals in that first period before the Legionnaires fought back into it, but they were outshot and really for a lot of the period outplayed.
You know what? When I look at that period, I look at the start, the first 5 minutes, it was, this doesn't look good. You know, you're going up against the Legionnaires, lower ranked team, this doesn't look good. Then the Legionnaires, or the Rockets kind of went, no, this isn't our hockey. You know what? I don't want to say it was Marshall's penalty that led to it, but right after that penalty was, because there was one right after it too. And right after, around that time, the Rockets turned everything over, and they got on the attack. They got the chance. They took shots that really shouldn't be taken, and they led to scoring chances. They led to opportunities. They led to them getting back in this game.
As you mentioned, I think at one point the shots on goal were 12-1 in favor of Sarnia, and then the rest of the way throughout the course of that first period, 6-9 it would be, right? So, I mean, the Rockets battling back in the kind of second half of that opening period of play. The first goal of the game, Brandon Belaz getting the Rockets started, and Michael Elston on the power play, sniping top corner to bring it up to a 2-0 lead. And then, you know what, kind of an unfortunate goal for the Sarnia Legionnaires. Heck of a play working in there. I believe it was Harper who worked it in. O'Leary DeLosa was the one who actually got credit with the goal. But you know what? Chaz Nixon made a great save. Puck stayed around a little bit too long, and sometimes it finds to the back of the net. I think overall the Rockets, Jason Williams, the head coach in this team, they're happy with that first period. They have 2 seconds left on a penalty to kill off here, which will essentially be done as soon as the puck hits the ice here. So overall, a good first period for Strathroy. They'll come out here and they'll look to see if they can add on to this lead. We'll check out the out-of-town scoreboard quick. A couple other games going on around the league today. One in the West as London is in Kamoka to take on the Kings, just over about the halfway mark of the second period, and London's out in front to a 3-0 lead over the Kamoka Kings. Former Rocket Riley Wood with the third goal for London. So both him and Elliston, 2 guys that were involved in the trade, getting goals with their new clubs tonight. A couple other games going on. Hamilton is in Fort Erie, up 3-2 about 5 minutes into the second. And then over in Caledonia, Thorold down 1-0 as that game, 2-0 now. 4. They updated it. A couple quick goals there since I updated my my app there. But the only other game that was supposed to be scheduled tonight was in Stratford, was in Cambridge. That game postponed due to the weather.
Yeah, Caledonia actually scored 2 goals within 15 seconds of each other. That's why there was such a delay in between apps. I had just opened mine here. 4-0, just like that. That's a game changer if you're Thorold there. Not what you want to see in the 15 seconds.
Big weekend around the league here, of course, the long weekend here in Ontario, Family Day on Monday. So I believe 22 of the 25 teams in the league have a Monday afternoon game. The Rockets not one of those teams, so they'll enjoy the time off. They actually have a full week off before their next game, which is next Saturday against the LaSalle Vipers. So good for this team to get some time off, rest up any guys that, maybe got banged up in the first 4 or 5 games back here in 2022. Get rested up and get ready, because after that, it's a busy week. You got LaSalle on Saturday. You go to Chatham on Sunday. You go to, I believe you go back to LaSalle on Wednesday, Friday in St. Thomas, and then Saturday at home. So over the course of that next week, you have 4 or 5 games, and it's going to be busy for Strathroy. Focusing on the game here, though, they got a 2-1 lead after 1, and a big second period coming up here from Strathroy.
Yeah, if you're the Rockets right now, you got to get the first chance here. You can't let the Legionnaires get the first chance, because right now, to say they have the momentum, they do a little bit, because those end-of-period goals always kill. That's what happened there. They've got to get the next shot, the next big chance on Everhart here because he hasn't really looked 100%. We mentioned in the pregame he's given up 10 goals in 2 games. You know that's going to continue if they keep the pressure on him.
Yeah, the Rockets 10 goals in the 2 games they've played against Sarnia this year that Everard has started in. As the team's back out to the ice here, Chaz Nixon already up to 17 saves in this contest through 1 period of play. Rockets gave up a lot of shots last night as well as Matthew Brazeau in net. He ended up giving up 5 in the game yesterday and still making 40 saves.
Goodness, my heart stops when I hear that. As a goalie, 30, 35 shots, okay, you feel comfortable, you stay in the game. 45, creeping up even higher. That's when you start to say, okay, boys, somebody make a block for me, and make sure you get all of it, too.
Ready to go here at center ice to start period number 2, and now they're ready as the official didn't like and had to make sure everybody was ready to go, and right out of the box comes Dundas as the penalty is over here. Rockets will break it forward into the Sarnia zone. Now Legionnaires get it back. Out to center, poked up to Ninehouse. Ninehouse will chip that one in, and Chase off the end boards, trying to get that one back. Bouncing puck comes up to the blue line. A little bit of a stumble there by Faulkner, but he's back up to his feet. Holds onto it into the corner, and then goes to Spezial down low. He's going to chip that one past. Gets it about to center, and then it was knocked away. Nice play to bring that one in. Now Ninehouse just across the line. Looks out front. Bouncing puck picked up here, up to the line, and capped in by the Legionnaires. Piercy throwing it off the boards and back out to center. Now bouncing puck. Nice play to try and get that one back. Piercy holds, gets onside, and dumps that one in. Back behind the net. Faulkner now over to the far corner. Trying to chip that one up to himself. It's up to the point. Knocking away. Marshall trying to get it. Pierre will work it forward. Pierre, nice pass. Harper cuts in. Harper shot on. Pad save there by Nixon. Big rebound comes up with the Rockets able to pick it up and bring it through center. Dumped in by Faulkner, and they'll get a line change. Back down inside of the Sarnia zone here as the Legionnaires will pick it up with speed. Coming to center and dumped in off the stick there as Slaggers had that one chipped away from him. Out to play into the Rockets bench, 1 minute and 15 seconds into the second period.
Yeah, if you're the Rockets here, you got to get a shot here. Get it quick. Get Everhart feeling the puck again right away. You didn't get it the first chance, but now you got to get a few shots right away here with a deep entry.
Dumped in by Habib, and it's Elliston chipping it to Carson Perry. Perry was down. Back up to his feet here as the puck comes out, up to the point. Habib, nice play, fires it to the net there. Everard didn't see where it was, but it went well wide. Elliston now looking to try and wrap that one around. Up to the point, now back down low. Back, other side of the goal. Elliston up against the wall there, able to give it away. Perry into the corner, leaves it for Belaz. Fanning on it. Still holding on to it, Elliston. It's kicked out front. Nobody there to pick it up, but Harper for the Legionnaires who will work their way forward. Nice bounce pass off the boards. O'Leary DeLosa just out of reach there. Icing waved off, but it's back down inside of the Strathroy zone. Now coming up to the blue line. It's going to be Elliston carrying it forward. Across the line, Elliston looking, shot on. That one's going to miss blocker side. Bounce off the boards. Belaz. Perry comes in to help him up. Against the wall, picked up by Richardson. He's going to fire that one around the boards, get it up to the line, but kept in by Laszlo. Nice play to keep it in, but now the Legionnaires work it out right in front of the Sarnia bench. Coming in across the line here, they're offside as they go for the change, and now a whole line change here for Sarnia. Gallant across the blue line, fires one on, and Everard makes the glove saves, reaching out there and covering up.
We saw Harper last week up in Kitchener playing for the Rangers, getting his first career goal. He's not a tall person. He is 5'8", and even on skates, he almost looks smaller than 5'8", but he's got a lot of speed, and that's one thing that really gives him a lot of power out here on the ice.
Shot from the point was blocked from Alex Laszlo. Hewitt down low, trying to get control of the puck. Has it now. Works it out to the blue line. A couple of Legionnaires right on him. Still holds onto it. Now looks to the net. Couldn't get that one onto the stick of Hogarth. Off onto the left side. Sarnia up through center. Barless has that one taken away from him, but gets it deep. Hewitt around the boards. Gallant, nice play, gets it back to Hewitt. And now here come the Rockets back the other way. Little short 2-on-1 chance. Hogarth looking, shot on, and Everard makes the glove save there.
And that's a good play by Hogarth. Looked off the goalie really well. And he really, Everhart, really had to react to that one as it looked like it handcuffed him a little bit, but a really good play by both Hogarth and Everhard on that play.
Puck bouncing around, kept back down low. Johnson and now Pimentel. Gonna switch spots at the point. Now down low. Odd angle here, trying to fire one on goal was Dundas. Sits back behind the net, picked up by Pimentel. Pimentel up to the point. Spezial shot through traffic. It goes wide of the net. Ty Johnson now from the blue line tries to hold on to that. Picked up back behind the net now. Dundas out front. Johnson taken down. No, the Rockets bench looking for a call, and they're not going to get it now. Kane Johnson's shot from the point. It goes wide. Chip back down low by Dundas. Up to the point. DeGlass will chip that one out and back into the Strathroy zone. Johnson's got lots of time here inside of the Rockets territory. Gets it over to Pimentel. Pimentel chips it up to Dundas. Here comes Dundas forward. Dundas looking shot. That one right into the shin pads. Another chance here. Dundas fired on goal, and that one tipped by Spezial. Comes back the other way, and now here comes Sarnia up ice. Little short 2-on-0 chance. Ninehouse tipped on. Stopped by Nixon. Nice save to keep it at a 2-1 game here for Strathroy. Pimentel back the other way here as the Rockets enter the rush. That one tipped off his stick into the slot there, knocked away from Dundas. Up to the blue line. Pimentel able to hold it, but not for long. Working it forward here, coming in. Morningstar looking for a shot. That one going to go off his stick and over top of the glass, out of play. 4 minutes and 29 seconds into this second period. No more goals added on it. Still a 2-1 Strathroy lead.
You know, and I think that's probably the worst rebound we've seen out of Nixon tonight. And it really wasn't that bad. It was a shot on, hit him in the stick, which is a hard area to make a rebound control, and right back out, up in the air, so it wasn't a really hard chance for them on the rebound.
Passed up to the point, and McDonald couldn't hold the line here for Sarnia. Turned over, and now the Rockets in possession. Faulkner across center. He'll dump that one around the boards. All the way over to the far side. Morningstar will pick it up and clear out as it's dumped back in by Ryan Marshall. A lot of good solid body checks here to start this second period. Back behind the net there. Thrown around the boards. Chipped out, and now they'll work their way forward. Ninehouse. Pierre had it knocked off his stick into the corner. And now coming off to the side of the net. Nixon's going to reach out and around the post there. Didn't want to take any chances covering that one with the blocker.
Yeah, really tough save there on that one. It's harder than it seems to make a save with a blocker to cover it because you don't have the opportunity to actually just put your hand over it. You have to keep control of your stick, and that's one thing that he has to do there. So you really have to almost cover it with your stick and make sure you've got a full grip on it.
Point shot through traffic, and I think Nixon got a piece of it with his pad. Down low here inside of the Strathroy zone. Nice pass, Laszlo, long distance up ice. Perry's going to get to center, throwing off the end boards and try to get it back himself. Sarnia now off the glass. O'Leary DeLosa kept in. Nice play by Kendry. Shovels it over to the left side for Carson Perry. Perry now down low. Nice move by Belaz, and he had that one knocked off his stick. Picked up by Harper. Harper's pass is going to be kept in. Belaz now left side. Goes back behind the net. No Rockets in there to play it here. So Sarnia gets the puck back, and now a long pass out of the reach of everyone. And an icing call will bring the face-off back 200 feet inside the Sarnia zone.
You know, Noah, and me being from London, I don't get to see this a lot. I don't get to be out here in Strathroy. But after the pandemic, after the shutdown, I really want to give the community of Strathroy credit. This building's good, nice and filled here tonight. Really good to see, especially coming out of the last lockdown here.
Of course, Ontario up to a 50% capacity. Didn't change things much in the most recent step for Strathroy, with this building only fitting about 1,000. So maximum of 500 here allowed. Belaz coming back the other way here inside the zone. A shot on, and that one tipped off a stick and wide into the corner. Down low. Trying to chip it up to the points. He does. Elliston. Kendry looking for a shot. That one blocked again. They're trying to hold on to it. Back behind the net. With it there is Perry. Perry taken down. Over to the right side, and now battling up against it in the corner. Belaz trying to get it back. Dives, looks out front, and it was taken away there. Sarnia moves it back up ice, coming the other way. Oh, and they're going to take a penalty on the play here.
Tough one to take there. You don't want to give up that interference call. If you just keep your shoulders straight with him, it won't happen. Just keep your shoulders straight when he's coming at you. Instead, Kindry turns his shoulders, pushes him out of the way, leads to the interference call. Five on four here, 13-10 left though in the second period. Nixon's had to make some really big saves here in this period.
Another power play chance here for the Legionnaires. It's up to the point for McDonald. One-time chance on that one, stopped, blocked before it could make it to the net. Picked up there on the left side. Morningstar up to Ninehouse. Ninehouse pass far over to the right side. Harper now just inside the blue line. Cuts down low. Now back behind the net, still holds it. Reverse pass, cleared up to the point, but then knocked down. Point shot through traffic. That one goes wide. Working around the perimeter here are the Legionnaires. It's Harper. Hands it off, left side, shot on and stopped by Chaz Nixon.
And that's a fourth shot this period for the Legionnaires as Bradley Slegers, my apologies on that one, was standing in front. Actually, no, sorry, it wasn't Slegers. It was Jet Morningstar in front, and he was blocking all of Nixon's view on that one.
Rockets will clear it back out into the Sarnia zone here. McDonald passed a couple of Red Rockets jerseys into the corner. Rims it around the boards. It'll come all the way up to the point. Harper keeps it in at the blue line, hands it off down low. Ninehouse to Olira DeLosa. Now he gets the puck back. Works his way out, fires one off the bar. It stays out. Up to the point. Another shot on through traffic. That one blocked into the corner. Puck will come out, and now chipping that one forward. Here comes Nelson the other way. Nelson on Harper. He wasn't going to win that race, so he just dumps it inside the Sarnia zone.
Wow, that one came out really hard on that crossbar. And while the play was going down, I made sure I watched Chaz Nixon there, and he gave that crossbar a good little tap for it, making the save for him on that one.
Olira DeLosa steps in across the blue line. Left side corner, pass comes up to the point for McDonald. McDonald center, Slagers shot through traffic, stopped by the glove of Nixon. 46 seconds remaining on the minor penalty to Kindry.
Ooh, that was, you know, Nixon's feeling that one. We've had two posts, one by his own teammate early in the first period there on a clearing attempt, and that one was a rocket off the tee or off the L bracket there of the netting.
Nice play by Hewitt to work that one out here. Done a good job on the penalty kill in the last little bit here for Strathroy. And now the Legionnaires from their own blue line, carrying that one over to the right side and dumping it in all the way around the boards. Trying to chase that one through, picked up by Spezial, who will fire it off the boards and out. 20 seconds to go here in the man advantage.
Really good really good penalty kill. They can't score when they're in behind their own net, and that's what the Rockets have been doing. And they've been really good on the breakout of the Legionnaires, keeping them to the outside.
A dump in, Laszlo back behind the net here, just going to pin it against the wall. Hogarth comes in to help him out here. Rockets are back to even strength. The penalty's killed off. Chance out front, they score! Richardson banks one in off his skates, and we're tied at 2 right after the penalty expires.
Yeah, that's a tough play. It looked like it went off Habib there in front. Just a bad bounce. That's 2 bad bounces for the Rockets tonight. And you know Nixon's not liking that one. And I have to apologize. It was not Habib. It was Spezial back there as he was coming back to make the play on the wraparound, and it came right off the toe of his foot and kicked back out into the net. Tough bounce for the Rockets. They'll try and get one right back here right away.
Dumped in, back into the corner, looking for a pass out front. The Rockets will pick it up, and they'll work their way up ice. Johnson to Dundas on the right side, looks back to the middle there. Johnson couldn't get a shot off. Bouncing puck, kept into the corner. Habib running into the official there, gets it down low for Johnson, looks out front, nobody there to pick it up for Strathroy. And now a long pass into the skates coming through the middle there. Kruger at the line, cleared out by Habib. Just out front of the Sarnia bench, digging away, trying to get this puck through. It's Johnson across the blue line. Takes a hit there, down to his knees. Able to get the puck in as it's up to the blue line again. Now Johnson, pass, Dundas, just off his stick and into the corner. Now firing another one through. That one's going to go up and out of play, and we'll get a whistle here. 10:09 to go as we're just shy of that halfway mark of the second period. The Legionnaires, a goal here in the second to tie the game at 2.
Yeah, and Ryan Marshall's in pain on the bench right now. He took a block shot right off the top of the foot in that last Legionnaires attempt. Not a good game for him so far. The first 10 minute, now the stinger off the top of the foot. We'll see if he's able to make it back onto the ice here.
Moffat dumped in down low. Inside of the Strathroy zone, Piercy up to the line, kept in at the blue line, and now down low past Dupuis. Over onto the left side. Rockets will pick it up. Oh, what a move to work it forward here by Faulkner. He's got a 2-on-1 chance. Faulkner looking, pass to the net, and they couldn't get much out of it as Everart's just going to cover that one up.
Yeah, a tough one on that one. He tried to backhand it and off a skate, off a stick, and it rolls into the goalkeeper there, and he'll make the save on that one. 9:41 left here in the second. This has been not the Rockets' best period, and hopefully they can get one here very quickly.
Face off, one back. Sarnia clears up to the blue line and out. Kindry and Laszlo now go D to D in the neutral zone. Now a nice play, moves it forward here. Peer knocked away, now back over, and Nixon's just going to have to cover up that one, scoop up the garbage, and get a whistle.
Yeah, hold on to everything that comes near your net, because Sarnia's going to be coming in looking for everything that they can get their hands on, trying to get the next goal, because that next one is going to be a backbreaker for both teams.
The official now pulling the Rockets back out onto the ice there with the change. And now it looks like we're all sorted out. Rockets were trying to get a change and bring their top line onto the ice, and now they're going to throw Faulkner out of the draw. Picking it up, Faulkner again, and now Faulkner's going to come back, another rush, works his way in, pass, Nelson scores! What a move! Faulkner to Nelson, and it's 3-2 Strathroy.
Oh, that one worked out well for the Rockets on that line change. 2-on-1 the first time doesn't work. Well, guess what? We're going to go back and we're going to do it again, and this time it worked out well for the Rockets as they take that really critical 3-2 lead here. I said the next one was going to be killer. This is the one that you'll see a big momentum change here, in my opinion.
Face-off one back by Sarnia. Dumped inside the Strathroy zone. Spezial, and now he's going to tip it forward for Perry. Perry's got Balaz with him. Perry cuts through, fires a shot over top of the glove of Everart, and all the way back down into the Strathroy zone. The Rockets with another 2-on-1 chance here. They've had a couple pass out front. Richardson a backhand as he's taken down into the corner by Ty Johnson. Now it comes up. Elliston tipped away from him at the line and cleared out. Sarnia's going to have to circle back at center as Harper just out front of his own blue line now, up to Richardson. Richardson had that one taken away from him. Now Harper gets it back. Harper dodges a couple of hits. Now Ty Johnson able to get the active stick in there and throw it back the other way. No icing as Elliston will go chase in the corner. Michael Elliston going to leave it for Carson Perry. Perry cuts back to the slot, holds on to it, up to the point. Spezial tried to tee one up there and just fanned on the slapper. Perry back down low, holds on to it behind the Sarnia net. Perry up to Elliston. Elliston and Perry trying to switch spots there. Elliston looking to try and get it back. Stauffer right all over him there, and now finally it's going to be Sarnia coming back the other way. Onto the stick there, working forward. Austin Harper, drop pass, knocked away by Habib. Habib gets it back. Pass up onto the stick of Gallant across the blue line. Gallant chips that one past. It's Habib back down low. Holding on to it here for Strathroy as he's going to be out-muscled and the puck taken away, and now back the other way off the stick of Barlis. Comes inside of the Strathroy zone. 7:45 to go here in period number 2. Habib down low. Up to Hewitt. Hewitt, nice pass off the boards, gets it out of the reach of Gallant, but then Hogarth in there to scoop it up as he comes across the line, fires a shot on. Everart makes the save. Legionnaires looking to clear. Chips that one past, and now they're going to come forward here across the blue line. Oh, and just one too many moves there. Morningstar had that one knocked away as Laszlo will fire it around the boards and get it out. Chipped forward at the line. And now Sarnia at their own blue line will circle back inside their own zone. Long pass, chipped on the other side of center. No icing here. Sarnia will get a whole-scale line change. Now long lead pass into the skates of Hewitt. Hewitt just across the blue line there, but he lost all his momentum trying to make sure he stayed on side and get the pass in his skates. There's now a big hit coming through the middle of the ice there. Turned away. Sarnia coming the other way. Pass out front. Nixon comes across and makes the save, and it's blown down with Nixon sitting just in front of the puck there.
Oh, I thought we were going to have another roller there. As one thing that you missed there, big hit down in the corner that everybody was reacting to. There was two basically right at one time, both big hits, both big jarring hits, and they both make a lot of noise.
Brooks from the point down low. Ty Johnson will go and get it on a backhand, cleared, and now down low looking for a pass out front, couldn't find it there. Shoving continues as the puck comes up to the point. Through traffic, Nixon a pad save, kicks it out. Still in play, and finally Nixon jumps on it, covers that one up. Man, lots of back and forth action here. 6:29 to go in period number 2.
Yeah, Nixon's been staying on his head here so far in this second period, especially in the last 5 or so minutes. He's really had to make some not hard saves, but important saves after that third goal.
And it's going to be thrown up into the rafters and out of play. Off the stick there of Jake McLean.
And just to give an out-of-town update as well, Fort Erie and Hamilton are now tied after the second period. Fort Erie scored 4 goals in that second period, getting back into the game really quickly.
Inside of the Sarnia zone here as the Legionnaires will take some time from behind their own net. Now they'll work this puck out past the blue line. It's Brooks to chip it past. Spezial just inside the Strathroy zone to look in the battle for this puck. Off the glass and out. Now Nelson trying to chase down McLean. Nelson almost beat him to the puck there. McLean's going to be able to fire that one off the boards and out. And now Pierre chips it at center. Spezial, long pass. That one onto the stick of Nelson. Nelson drops it. Faulkner back down low. Nelson side of the goal. Now back behind the net for Nelson. Bounce pass off the board. Spezial at the point. Shot through traffic. That one goes wide. Kept in by Johnson. Piercy trying to fire a shot on, and that one fanned on up to the point. Ty Johnson through traffic. That one blocked off to the side of the net by Brooks. Took that slap shot right in the logo there. And now the Rockets trying to get it back. Johnson from the point. Back down low. Faulkner behind the net. Good move. Now he tries to work it out from the corner. Up to the point. Spezial shot blocked into the corner again. Legionnaires have done a good job at blocking a lot of the shots so far as the backhanders fired over top of Everard. Once again, another chance here. Faulkner up against the boards there, was tied up, and then a little hit sent him down to his knees. He's back up there as another one can be fired up into the rafters and out of play. Sarnia will take that, and they'll get any whistle they can to get a line change with 5:01 to go here in the second.
Yeah, anything that they can get right there, because that was just a lot of pressure by the Rockets. As you mentioned, it's gone back and forth this whole period, especially since that third goal. It's been down in the Rockets' end for some time. It's been in the Legionnaires' end for about probably 2.5 minutes here, though, which is really big. That's where you want it to be, though.
Dumped in by Laszlo. Balaz will be in the corner to pick it up here for Strathroy. Off the boards to Michael Elliston. Elliston now spinning, had that one knocked away from him, and now Sarnia once again just going to try to clear it out to center. Laszlo picks it up on a hop, gets to center, he'll dump it in again. Hit with a high stick. Balaz will be there to negate that here as the Rockets with possession. Perry in to help out. Balaz out front. Elliston scores! Second of the game, Michael Elliston, and it's 4-2 Strathroy.
Finds him alone in the slot. You cannot leave a player that wide open. And Michael Elliston with a howitzer through the net, it looked like almost. Puts the Rockets up 4-2. That'll be a big one there. 4 minutes. There's still time to add another one. And he still has a whole period to go. As you can see, the Rockets were getting a lot of pressure there, and it led to that goal.
Habib now at the Strathroy blue line, works it to center. Barlis tries to take the puck away, loses his stick in the action. Gallant. And now the pass out of the reach there, trying to move it forward to Kruger. It's past everyone and back down into the Sarnia zone. 4 minutes to go here in this second period of play. Tipped as it's back down into the Strathroy zone. Ryan Marshall over to Habib. Habib has it hop over top of his stick. Shot fired through. Thought about playing that one, but it's just going to be flipped up and down the ice, and this bouncing puck will go all the way out into the Sarnia zone as the icing's waved off. To the left side. Kruger taken away by Hogarth. Now picked up behind the net here. Some time to work that one away as Owen McDonald looks for a pass. He'll fire it off the boards, past Barlis, down the ice, and right on goal for Chaz Nixon, who has no choice to cover that one up with Lightfoot standing over top of him.
And it's Michael Elliston from Brandon Bowles and Carson Perry. Bowles' second point of the game. Elliston's second goal of the game. Second of the season as well with the Rockets.
Chance right off the draw there for Sarnia. Went right through the crease. And that one's just going to be cleared out on a backhand. It'll be icing here against Strathroy and bring the face-off back to the left side of Chaz Nixon. 3:24 to go in the second period. The Rockets have added 2 here in the second. Sarnia adding 1. It's a 4-2 Strathroy lead. Michael Elston has 2 on the night here for Strathroy. And a big 2 so far. This second one of his has given them a 4-2 lead. Down low here, Ty Johnson. Gets that one out to his brother Kane. Kane at center, takes a hit but lost it, and now coming back the other way, Dupuis. With Dundas on him, Dundas takes that one away. Off onto the right side now. Nice pass, this one over to Pimentel. Pimentel up to Dundas. Dundas across the blue line, looks, fires a shot, that one over top of the blocker of Everard. Off onto the right side, looking down low for Matthew Pimentel. Pimentel tied up against the wall, gets it up to Kane Johnson. Johnson trying to get it back to Pimentel. They're battling. That one just down in the corner off to Everard's left. Up to the point, trying to dump that one back in as Ty. Pimentel now tied up as well. Johnson in there to try and throw the body around, and Kane Johnson will come out into the corner to get Johnson fired on from an odd angle, hit a body out front. Picked up by Dundas. Back behind the net, Kane Johnson. Johnson once again manhandled into the wall here. Hit up high there in the corner. Rockets bench screaming for something. Not going to get it. Chip past Spezial. Johnson now fires it on a backhand. Rockets just got to try and get this puck out. Pimentel over the right side. Coming across the line. Spezial. Spezial cuts. Back behind the net. Still holds onto it. Cycles down low. Faulkner and out of the reach there. Arm comes up. Penalty on the way here. It's going to be an interference call, and Strathroy is going to head to the power play.
If you're the Legionnaires, that's the last thing you want to see. Yes, the power play is not top in the league. It's 19th, but the Rockets are hot tonight so far. They've already got the one in the game. Mr. Ellison's first of the season and his first of the game. So they're going to try and get another one here right away and keep the power play being hot in this game.
That one's going to be cleared right away here by the Legionnaires. All the way back to the Strathroy zone. The time of the penalty, you had 2 minutes and 2 seconds remaining here in the period, so it'll take us almost to the conclusion of period number 2. Elliston up and now dumped in on that left side. Perry now tried to go up to the point. Kindry unable to hold the line here. He's going to have to circle back to center. Back to Michael Elliston. Elliston to Kindry. Kindry will hold, get to center, and fire that one around the boards. Balaz is there on the left side to get it. Kicks it to himself. Now has it. Back behind the net. Has some space. Hands it off. Nelson now, left side. Up to the point. Elliston. Now over to Kindry. Kindry has some traffic out front, looks through, and that one gets a shot off. Perry fires one on, and that one off a body and over top. I don't know if that was Everard who got a piece or if it hit off a Legionnaire out front, but it was fired over top and out of play.
Yeah, and they're discussing about it where it went off, and it went off Everhard's blocker there when he made the save. The referee had pointed to the outside. The linesman came over, and he said, no, it hit off the blocker to the left here of Everhart keeping the face-off in the zone.
Up to the point now, Kendry. He's on the left side at the point. Handing it off to Blaz. He trades spaces, comes up to Elliston. Elliston looking for a toe drag move and a shot. It goes off a body into the corner, but he gets it right back. Final minute of the period. Kendry looking for a shot, and it's going to be blocked by Carson Peer, but Peer quickly back up to his feet here and throws a big hit there on Elliston, jarring the puck loose, and the Legionnaires will dump it back down into the Strathroy zone. Nixon's out of his net to play it with Peer right on him, and it forces a turnover as it comes all the way back to Moffat. Moffat almost turned that one over to Noah Nelson, and he fires it off his own teammate there on Moffat. Rockets trying to get the puck back here. 25 seconds to go in the period. Perry up through the middle, gets past one Legionnaire, now comes across the slot, fires one on, out in front again, another chance there. Lightfoot will fire it off the boards and out, and now a dozen seconds to go. Here comes Carson Peer, one-on-one with Elliston, fires one on, and that one missing well wide on the blocker side, back out to center. They'll dump it in, and it'll go into the netting, out of play with 3.3 seconds to go in the period. 1 second left on the minor penalty.
And even if the Rockets don't score on this power play, it's still an important power play. It's important 2 minutes. It's 2 minutes off the clock. It's 2 minutes that the Legionnaires can't have a chance on Nixon. It's 2 minutes that you're going to control most of the action. That's key here for the Rockets going into the period. You don't want to give up one late. This is how you capitalize on that with the power play.
Face off in the neutral zone, and yeah, they're not going to score on the penalty. They're not going to score on the power play. They're not going to score to end the period, but they will take a 2-goal lead heading into period number 3 on the strength of Michael Elliston's second of the game, assisted by Brendan Belaz and Carson Perry. 4-2, Rockets lead heading to the third. Big 2 points on the line here.
Yeah, this, as you said, 2 points. It will also put a separation more in the standings for Strathroy and Sarnia, and that's something big that you want to see happen.
So the scoring summary from period number 2, getting things started. It was Ryan Richardson kind of banking one in off the side and off a skate out front to beat Chaz Nixon at the 8:55 mark, and then the Rockets battled back. Noah Nelson getting on the board here, 10:40 into the second period. Caden Faulkner and Michael Elliston picking up the assist. And then a short 5 minutes later, Michael Elliston, second of the game, assisted by Blaz and Perry to make this a 4-2 hockey game. The shots on goal in that second period of play favor Sarnia 9-8. 2-period total of 27-18.
Yeah, you look at that period, yes, the total shots, that's a big difference. But when you look at that period, I'm okay with that. 1 shot difference, but you scored 2. You know what? You could put 8 shots difference. You scored 2, though. That's the big key here, is that they scored 2 in the period. They've got the lead. Hold the lead. Get more points out here. Get the 2 points out here and keep the pressure going on Everhart. He's given up 5 a game. There's another one coming, maybe. You hope so.
Rockets lead by a score of 4-2 here. Big third coming up, but it's a 2-goal lead here for the hometown team. We'll go to break. You're listening to Strathroy Rockets Hockey here on the Rockets Radio Network.
The following live broadcast of Strathroy Rockets Hockey is made possible thanks to our generous sponsors. Andy's Legendary Pizza, located at 10 Metcalf Street West in Strathroy. Commonwealth Financial, located at 370 Albert Street in Strathroy and online at commonwealthfinancial.ca. Carpet One Floor and Home, located at 325 Caradoc Street South in Strathroy. All Season Concrete, located just outside Strathroy, and visit them online at allseasonconcrete.ca. MNP Accounting, Consulting, and Tax Services, located at 6 Front Street in downtown Strathroy. And by Middlesex Chiropractic. Visit them at 117 Thomas Street in Strathroy. The following is a live presentation of Strathroy Rockets hockey. Aspro's in alone. Daniel Aspro, breakaway, scores! To the net here, still has it. Over to the side, center, scores!
Strathroy, Ontario, the site of this one. We welcome you back inside the West Middlesex Memorial Centre. 40 minutes of hockey in the books, another 20 on tap here as we get you set for period number 3. Noah Smith, Matt Hiscox here as we welcome you high above center ice from our broadcast location. 4-2, the Rockets enjoying a nice little 2-goal lead here as they head to period number 3. Parts in thanks to Michael Elliston, Matthew, who has 2 goals in the game so far. He's looked good. And he's found the back of the net, giving the Rockets that 2-goal lead late in the second, which is ultra important.
Yeah, that 2-goal lead. You know, they say 3 goals is a killer. So 2 goals, you know, it's a nice cushion to have, but you can't let up. You got to keep going, especially against a team like Sarnia. They've only scored 84 goals all year, but you're playing 2 weak teams together. Again, in the same game. You got to keep going no matter what before they get even the smallest little bit of spark.
And the Sarnia Legionnaires, a team that always seems to give Strathroy trouble, and they have been getting themselves fun in the back of the net in some odd ways tonight. I think both of those goals that they have on the board are goals that Chaz Nixon will say, man, I wish I could have that back. You know, it was a crazy bounce that he couldn't kind of corral the rebound on that found the back of the net for goal number 1, and then goal number 2 was a bounce off a skate out front, right? So 2 goals that I'm sure he would like back. The Rockets, on the other hand, 4 hard-working, good goals that, you know what, all come from a hard-working effort.
Yeah, and you know what? We look at the last 2 meetings that we've seen Everhart in these games across the games, 18 goals total in just 2 games with Everhart. So you know they've got some confidence in front of them to score, but he gives up a lot as well. So you know they're going to come out here. They're going to try and get as many goals as they can be in Sarnia. So they're going to try and push as much as they can. But Strathroy can't give up. They've got to push. They've got to get going on this this Legionnaires team.
Well, we'll do one final checkup of the out-of-town scoreboard here as we get you set. The team's just making their way out to the ice here for period number 3 as Chaz Nixon takes to the ice for Strathroy. The one game that we've been watching over in Komoka is now a 4-0 lead in favor of the London Nationals. About 5 minutes to go in period number 3. Over in Fort Erie, it's a 5-4 lead for the Hamilton Kilty Bees. That game's been going back and forth throughout the course of this game. And then a final earlier on today, Brantford down by Waterloo 4-0. And then over in Caledonia, a 4-2 lead for the Corvairs over the Thorold Blackhawks. Here in Strathroy, a 4-2 lead for the hometown Strathroy club.
Yeah, and you know what? It's been, I think, coming out of the break there that the teams had because of the lockdown and the shutdown, you're going to see a lot more high-scoring, back-and-forth games no matter who they are, and that's what we're going to see here tonight.
Underway here to start period number 3. Back inside of the Strathroy zone, cleared off the glass, by Spezial. Back out to center. Now McLean will pick it up, fire it in from the red line, inside of the Strathroy zone. Spezial now pinned up against the wall here. Right side corner. Dumped back down in. Now firing one towards the net. That one knocked away by Chaz Nixon, getting his first little taste of action here in period number 3. Spezial back to Nelson. Nelson's pass off a stick trying to find Piercy. It's to center ice. McLean once again gets to center and dumps it in. Carson Peer now in the corner. Tries to dodge the hit. It's going to be thrown around the boards and all the way down the ice. No icing here. They're going to say that Harper had an effort to get there and didn't make it. Long pass onto the captain's stick. O'Leary DeLosa taken down. Nice hit by Laszlo to separate him from the puck. O'Leary DeLosa now keeps it. Goes to Harper. Harper, nice pass coming across and nice save by Chaz Nixon to get there and make the stop.
And the first time we've seen the net pop off is a big one there as Nixon dove across on that one to make the save. And just a bit of information here, Noah. Marshall is back on the bench, and he was out there skating. So really good on that one to see him back out there after taking a big block off the top of his foot. on the penalty kill earlier.
Rockets already down a couple of defensemen coming into the game today with Barnes and Hall out of the lineup. Special, of course, has been playing back on defense in the hockey game, so the Rockets can't take any more injuries as that one sent down the ice. No icing here, so Sarnia is going to have to play it from back behind their net. Setting up there, Wes Brooks, and now that is Owen McDonald who will bring it up through center. He'll dump that one in, hits off the end board, takes a funny hop past Laszlo, and it's going to be stopped by Nixon, and now the Rockets will quickly try to turn it up ice. Pass from Balaz off the stick of Elliston. Elliston will dump it in on the backhand. Balaz tries to chase that one down, gets past Elliston again, and now Laszlo makes a nice hit to stop the puck from getting any further than center. Michael Elliston circling back down inside of the Strathroy zone, trying to take that puck away from him. He'll pick it up. Comes across the blue line. Upended there by a nice hit by Stilianu. O'Leary DeLosa up to Harper. Comes across to McDonald on the left side. Past Kindry, but there to pick it up, Carson Perry. Perry now at the blue line. Past a couple of Legionnaires, and now he'll work his way forward. Perry drops. Elliston shot just past the glove side of Everard's. Looking for the hat trick there for Elliston. Habib dumped in off the stick of Perry, and the Rockets will change.
We've seen the West Middlesex Memorial Center boards coming into play here with the bounces kicking right back in front of the net.
And another one there as it's dumped inside the Strathroy zone and comes right out front of Chaz Nixon before finally cleared back out to center. Team's obviously taking note of the lively boards here in Strathroy. DeGlass tried to chip that one forward on his stick, picked up by Dupuis. Dupuis going to dump it in, and it'll find its way out of play. And we'll get a whistle. They'll bring the faceoff back to the neutral zone here. Just a short 2 minutes and 44 seconds into the period.
That period seemed to be going really quick there. The speed of both teams were moving very quickly in that one. Another little chat here with the officials, with the linesmen first off, and now with the referees and the linesmen. And we're getting he called a timeout.
Was it a timeout or was it a?
It was an
unsportsmanlike. Who was it that got it? Because they came together and it was after the play, Matt, which tells me it's something that happened, and possibly it was said to a linesman who couldn't make the call right away.
I believe what happened was on that icing. The icing that we saw where Sarnia kind of gave up there, he blew it off. The linesman was standing basically right across from us, and the coaches of the Legionnaires team were yelling at him. So that's where it must have happened.
So the Rockets go to the power play here on a unsportsmanlike from the Sarnia bench, it seems. We'll wait for the official call there. But Strathroy to the power play here, just over 2.5 minutes into this period. Now Elliston from the point. Elliston shot through traffic, rebound out front, trying to find the back of the net. They can't, and it's going to be cleared off the stick of Elliston and back out to center. Kindry from back behind the Strathroy net over to Carson Perry on the right side. Perry brings it across the line. Perry a shot on, up high on Everard, who makes the save, holding that one up against his chest.
Yeah, and it is a penalty, unsportsmanlike conduct by the Legionnaires bench, and it's being served by one of their most important penalty killers, Austin Harper. Not someone you want in the bench or in the box if you're the Legionnaires.
Up to the point now. Kindry. Some time goes over to Perry. Perry back up to Elliston. Going to switch spots here. Elliston looking one-time shot on. That one blocked, and in some pain is Carson Peer. Now back to Kindry on the right side. Elliston looking. Kindry shot on through traffic. Getting a chance out front was Nelson. Camped in at the blue line by Elliston and finally cleared back out. As a big hit right out front of the Sarnia bench jars the puck loose, but not for long. Back the other way comes Carson Perry. Steps across the blue line. Balaz looking. Elliston toe drag move and a shot, and he couldn't get it off as it'll be cleared down the ice. 40 seconds to go in the man advantage.
Carson Perry went off the ice there favoring his ankle. Didn't even put any weight on it going into the bench. So the big loss there, right there, is he's still favoring it on the bench.
Faulkner, a couple of nice moves to the net there. Couldn't get the shot off, had it knocked away from his stick. Picked up Piercy now. Piercy, Faulkner up to the point for Ty Johnson. Walks across the line, looks, holds, shot on, and gloved down by Everard. As Dundas now getting shoved away from the Sarnia net.
Good shot on net there by Johnson, just to put it on net with a bunch of bodies in front. Everhard isn't a tall goalie. Yes, he says 6'3", but I don't know. That 6'3" might be a generous 6'3" from up here. So it's hard to see around any player that's in front of the net.
It's now Marshall at the point here. Looking, Ty Johnson, one-time shot on, and he got a lot of it, but Everard right there to make the save.
And Dundas was right in front there trying to get his stick on it to get a little bit of a tip, but was just pushed out of the way just in time.
Face off to Everard's right here. Just 6 seconds to go on the penalty. Trying to clear that one down, and now the arm comes up here, and I think it's going to be Faulkner going to the box right off the draw as he took down the Legionnaires player. Calling for a cross check there, and
I don't know. It looked like he made the cross check motion, but it almost was a holding
trip or
yeah. It looked like he almost gave the holding stick sign while giving the cross check sign at the same time. But either way, the Rockets are going to go down on a penalty kill here in 2 seconds.
Right off the draw, cleared forward. Hewitt at center trying to knock that one away. Hogarth in there as well. As it's back inside the Sarnia zone, as now the Legionnaires get their own chance on the man advantage. The 5-minute mark into this third period of play. Through center, it's McDonald knocking it off to O'Leary DeLosa on the left side. O'Leary DeLosa gets some speed here as he's taken into the wall, gets it down low for Morningstar. Morningstar getting pushed off the puck by Marshall. We're going to try and swap spots here. Ninehouse going to circle back down low. Morningstar with Marshall right on him. Comes up to the point. Now to Harper. Harper looks through traffic. That one's going to bounce off the boards. Come back out front and get knocked away from Nixon. Now on a bouncing puck, the Rockets looking to try and clear here, and they will. Off the stick of Habib all the way down the ice onto the goal of Everard. Long pass quickly up onto the stick of Harper. Harper stepped just inside the blue line there. Knocked off his stick by Carson Perry. Perry tries to clear, and now getting it and sending it down the ice is Noah Nelson.
Yeah, and something that's been really intriguing on me is that on this penalty kill, and all of them actually, is Everhard really doesn't come out to play the puck. The shots are right in on him, and he doesn't move. He lets it come to him.
Sarnia was offside on the play, so they had to clear, and that gives Strathroy and Carson Perry plenty of time to take his time and ice that one down the distance. 20 seconds to go here on the man advantage for Sarnia as it's Harper getting speed through the middle of the ice, knocked off his stick. Kindry will pick it up, and he'll fire it down the ice. Kane Johnson down low to try and pick it up there. He's got to be careful. He's got his stick hide up right underneath the arms of McDonald. McDonald will take it back behind the Sarnia net, but that'll do it for the Sarnia power play. As back onto the ice comes Faulkner, and the Rockets have killed off another penalty here. The Glass, nice play. He works his way through. Couldn't get it to the net now. Shot on, pad save, rebound, scores. Right after the penalty expires, it's the Legionnaires and Kruger getting back within one. It's 4-3.
Tough one there. Nixon is a rare bad bounce off the pads, kicks it right up the middle, right onto the stick there of the Legionnaires, and makes it a 4-3 game here. We said it wasn't over there in the intermission, and it's definitely not over here yet, so you don't want to go anywhere yet, folks.
Lots of time here in the game with 13:09 to go. Sarnia will dump it in and chase down inside the Strathroy territory. From the corner now, up past the blue line, bouncing puck at center, picked up by Lightfoot now. Lightfoot across the line, still holds onto it, had Kruger's help, gets it down low in the corner. Barless muscled off the puck here. Spezial, nice play, gets it up to Dundas. His pass over the left side for Kane Johnson. Johnson steps in. Oh, what a nice move. Works it out front. Couldn't get a shot off there. Johnson steps into one, and that slap shot's going to be blocked here. His brother Kane down low to Matthew Pimentel. Up to the point for Spezial. Just goes right back down low, rimmed all the way around the boards to Ty Johnson on the other side. Back behind the net, Pimentel now. 2 Rockets below the goal line. Pimentel comes out the other side. Pimentel looking, shot on through traffic. That one stopped by Everard. Big rebound comes out, and it's just going to be cleared out to center and blown down. A penalty on the way. It's going to be a roughing call.
I didn't see
I think it's going to go to Dundas. Yeah, Dundas will go to the box for roughing here. Kind of on the back end of the play there.
Yeah, I had missed that one there as I was watching the play. Another Sarnia Legionnaire had gone down. Reed Stauffer took a block shot right to the leg on that one. The Legionnaires, give them credit. They're making blocks when they need them, but the problem is they can only take so many to the ankles before they start to break and give out.
Off the draw, Morningstar tried to pick it up in the corner, up to the point for Harper, who holds the line. Harper, nice move, works it down low, shot on, stopped by Nixon. Big rebound comes up to the blue line, held on to there by McDonald. Back off the back side of the net. Marshall takes a hit there, and it's going to be cleared up to the blue line again. McDonald now looking right side. Nixon stops that knuckle puck once again. Ninehouse on the one-timer didn't get all of it and knuckled it towards the net. And having to adjust was Jazz Nixon.
Yeah, Nixon threw the glove back out from where he came from on that one as he tried to make the save early, expecting to be there, but it fluttered back in on him.
From back behind the Strathroy net now, trying to pick that one up. It comes up to Harper. Now side of the goal. Blocks, cleared down the ice by Nelson. Right on goal for Average, who stops that one without getting any more than a foot off the goal line.
And like I said, goalies are usually the third defenseman on power plays. He's a pylon in his crease right now.
Back behind the net, O'Leary DeLosa. Up to the point for Harper, now back down low, DeLosa up to the point, McDonald shot through traffic's block, picked up again, and cleared out to center where it's picked up by Austin Harper. Handing it back now, and it'll be Owen McDonald skating back inside his own blue line, pass out of the reach of DeLosa, picked up and cleared down the ice by Owen Kindry, and 40 seconds to go here on the man advantage. Sarnia having to start from their own zone again. Harper with speed, and does he have that speed, working his way forward, past a couple of Rockets and then knocked away as he got towards the slot. In the goal line and then fired again. This one right towards the Rockets bench and diving out of play. A number of players there thought another one was coming towards him.
Yeah, Coach Jason Wilms, you see him. He's taken a few body checks in his playing days, but nothing scares anybody like a firing puck right at the bench there with no gear on. And
McDonald quickly back up to his feet here inside the Sarnia zone. Takes the puck and brings it out through center. Back out onto the ice. Here comes Dundas. Penalty expired and back to even strength. Rockets inside their own zone now, still trying to get the puck away. Holding on to it, Laszlo spins it around the boards. Richardson on Dundas. This one up through the middle. Hogarth trying to poke that one away on Brooks. Brooks at his own line now. Circles as the Rockets try to finish up a change here. And now Brooks with some speed from his own line to center. Knocking it off his stick. There comes Johnson. He's got Hewitt jumping up with him. Johnson shot on. That one off a stick and wide. Back behind the net here. Still trying to get it. Richardson now from the corner. Nice play. Brings that one up through center. Onto the stick of Kruger. Kruger across the blue line. Fires one from distance. And Nixon will make one of the easier saves he does tonight. Gloving that one down from about 80 feet out.
yeah, and that 20 seconds there after the play was really important. We actually just saw Austin Harper leave the ice. It looks with an equipment issue as the trainer's not with him. So we'll wait for his return. That's a loss no matter where you are in this game if you can get him out even for a minute here.
Off the draw, chance out front, stopped by the pad of Nixon. Cleared out to the line, but not out here for Strathroy. Now finally, Johnson will fire that one on a bouncing puck back down the ice. And as you mentioned, Harper to the dressing room, although not looking like it's with an injury here for Sarnia. They might miss him for a shift, and with 9 minutes to go in this game, that could hurt.
Yeah, the trainer didn't go with him. There was an equipment manager, it looked like, that went to the box with him. Or to the room, I should say.
Ty Johnson will clear that one up and out. Slagers now dumped in off the stick there. Johnson lost his stick as Spezial, the lone rocket, back to get it. Now he grabs it, works his way up through center. To center, he fires it off the boards and down into the Sarnia zone. Holding now. Belaz looking out front, firing a shot on. Stopped by Everard, and he'll cover up, making the save with 8:28 to go here in the third.
Yeah, and Austin Harper's back really quick here, but he's talking to the coach, so we'll see what goes on here. We should also mention Carson Pierre is back on the ice. He did make his return. Doesn't look, though, 100% his skating out there. Kind of, don't want to call it leisure, but it also doesn't look full percentage out there.
Sarnia now from their own zone is handing that one back Morningstar. Now it's going to be tipped in and out of play, finding its way into the seats. Yeah, and the face-off in front of the Sarnia bench.
And to continue, Pierre right off the ice, not putting any weight back on that ankle. I think that's his last shift of this game. You can see he's going right in behind the door, kind of where players usually go when they know they're going to be sitting for a while. I think that's his last shift of this game.
We'll see. He's a big role player for this Sarnia Legionnaires team. Marshall across the line, fires a shot on goal. Pad saved by Everard. Off into the corner. Now out front. Another chance. Fired on, and that one goes just wide off the stick of Faulkner. Nice hit by Nelson, but bringing it forward. Ninehouse dodges a hit there and gets it inside of the blue line. Now back down low. Opposite side. Flipped up. Holding it. Nelson to Faulkner. Now Faulkner breaks it inside the zone. Drops it. Habib in the corner. Looks, spins. Nobody there. Just a blind pass out front, and now it's back to the Strathroy blue line. And now taken away by Harper. Harper goes into the corner, looks out front. Nobody there to pick it up for Sarnia. Play gets a little sloppy here as we approach the about 7:30 mark remaining here in the third. Tipped in off the stick of Harper inside of the Strathroy zone, and the Rockets will chase. Marshall leaves it once again, kind of a blind pass, nobody there, but the Rockets get a little helping hand there as Nelson brings it up forward to the blue line. Rockets get a change here as he'll dump it in. And now he'll go to the bench to complete that change.
And you see a 2-3 here for the Rockets, or 1-3-1 now actually for the Rockets on the defensive side of the puck.
Belaz in across the blue line. 2 sticks right on him there. Nice play to get it over to Perry. Perry looking out front. Nobody there for Strathroy. And now back the other way comes Sarnia. In across the blue line, staying on side, working wide on the right, back behind the net. Still holding McDonald to Alira DeLosa through his legs. Picked up by the captain, Carson Perry. Perry turns it over here, and the Rockets fortunate enough to get it back. Cleared off the glass and out, up to center. Picked up by Elliston and fired in around the boards. Belaz, a big hit there. Trying to jar the puck loose. Moffitt back behind the net here. The glass up to the blue line. Kept in, tipped on goal. Oh, and that one stopped by Everett. Belaz got a good tip on it. Kind of changed directions at the last moment there. DeGlass dumps it in. Here's the Legionnaires come back the other way. Just inside of the Strathroy line. Up to the blue line. Kept in. Behind the net now. Tried to center it. Johnson knocked it away. Brandon Belaz flipped up, and it's going to hit off the low roof here in Strathroy, and we'll get a whistle. 5:57 to go in period at number 3. Rockets up by a goal here, 4-3.
Yeah, that was a big clank there for the Rockets as they tried to clear that puck. You don't hear that in many buildings, but this one you definitely heard as it was a large clank right off the low rafters. And a quick save there by Nixon there right off the draw. Not even time for Noah to jump in there, but a quick glove save, no rebound, and the quick line change as well for the Rockets to finish that one to get Marshall back out there on defense.
And it is going to be Marshall to pick it up here for Strathroy on defense. They'll clear as that one's out past center. Now trying to get it back, Kane Johnson. Over to Hogarth. Hogarth couldn't pick it up. Lightfoot at the blue line. Marshall against the wall. Throws him to the wall. Puck comes out front and it's knocked away. Able to get it back at the hash marks here. Hewitt turned over again. Sarnia another chance here. Barlas tries to go to the net. In there to battle Lightfoot. Off to the side. It's going to be thrown off the glass and out, and that'll be an icing against Strathroy. 5:21 to go here in period number 3.
And it's kind of interesting here, the game within the game, if you're Coach Jason Wilms. Who takes your timeout first? The Rockets? On a play like this, you know you got a tired group out there? Or to the Legionnaires, you got a tired group, you want to get as much chances now as you can.
Point shot through traffic, stopped by Chaz Nixon. Getting close to that time here in the third, but still 5 minutes, just over 5 minutes to go in this third period of play. Up to the point, Morningstar spins. Morningstar looking for a chance on, and Nixon makes the save there. Covers up with the glove. 5:02 left here in this third period of play.
And you mentioned it perfectly there. It's a little early, but it's getting close to that time of guys, coaches start to have to think about this. We got to start thinking about timeouts, goalies. When's the goalie coming out for Sarnia? You know, I've seen goalies be pulled at the 5-minute mark if pressure keeps on high or there's a power play. So you got to keep thinking of those as well.
Pass knocked away at center, and now Nelson will pick it up, hand it back to Habib. Now to Piercy. Piercy gains center and dumps it in. Stauffer back behind the net here for Sarnia, cycles it off to the right side. Now looking for a long pass. That one's going to go off a stick, and it'll find its way back behind the Strathroy net. Legionnaires looking to mount some pressure here. It's Kindry circling back in the corner, looking for some space, gets it up to Piercy. Piercy will fire that one off the boards and able to at least get it out to center. Now the Rockets battling. Faulkner takes a hit right out front of the Strathroy bench. That'll draw a few more hits. Puck is loose as Faulkner gets it to center and are able to move it up to the blue line, and that's where it'll be picked up by Nigel Piercy working his way inside of the Sarnia zone. At the line, Faulkner now to Piercy. Piercy will dump it in. McDonald now hands it off left side. Under 4 to go here in the third. Sarnia up through center off the skate of Morningstar. Fired off the boards, but it's going to go right back onto the stick of McDonald. Now McDonald. Speed to center. Gets past a couple of Rockets. Dumps that one past and then forces the turnover. Here comes Perry. In across the blue line. Perry cuts to the middle of the ice there and then lost it. Now back the other way with speed comes Harper. Harper, left side, tries to cut to the slot there. Back in. That one over top of the glove of Nixon. Misses the goal and comes all the way back out to center ice. Back into the Sarnia zone here. Harper with probably the best chance of the third here for Sarnia. Almost tied the game. Brooks to center. Gains center, holds onto it, chips that back to his stick. Tries to fire a shot on goal. Puck bounces back out front. And there's Spezial to scoop it up for Strathroy to gain center, and he'll dump it in. McLean back behind the Sarnia net now. 3 minutes left here in this third period. It's Sarnia starting from their own zone. Dumping it out to center, and then Alex Laszlo will throw it in. Sarnia kind of playing around with it out front of their own goal. They just dump it back out to center. This one picked up by Perry. Perry gets past the couple, works his way in. Perry looking for a shot, and that one's going to go off a stick and out of play. 2:41 remaining here in the third, and the faceoff will stay inside the Sarnia zone.
You know, Noah, I'm going to tell you something, and I'll almost guarantee this is what's going through Coach Jason Williams' head right now. Don't take any stupid penalties. Don't get in there after the whistle. Make sure your changes are good, and if in doubt, get it deep. That's what you got to do right now. It's 4-3, 2 minutes 30 seconds left. You got to play smart hockey. And that's what he's probably telling his guys if he hasn't told them already.
Keeping the shift short, too, as after the quick face-off win and shot on goal, they'll bring out a new D pairing. Hogarth wins that one forward. Now behind the net. Out front, Hewitt couldn't get a shot off there. He got his stick lifted at the last moment. The glass hands it off left side, and now they'll dump it in. And Nixon's going to pick that one out of the air and cover that one. 2:27 to go here in period number 3. We'll give you our final out-of-town scoreboard update from Kamoka. It's a 5-0 final as the London Nationals take down the Kings. The Kings drop their 5th straight hockey game, and in big fashion to the second place in the Western Conference London Nationals.
And that's tough for that team. Losing Cowan, losing Yearwood, they have not had much help on that team as well.
Nelson will bring it to center and dump it in on a backhand. Sarnia getting ready to try and bring it up ice. Habib at his own line dumps it in. Now back for Stauffer there. Pass. Morningstar through the middle. Ninehouse got it in and then lost an edge. Turned it over. Pass out of the reach of Piercy, and that'll be an icing against Strathroy. And you got to wonder if at the 2-minute mark here on the icing, you look to the bench here for Sarnia. Everart's going to come to the bench, and they're going to pull him and bring out the extra attacker. No, they're going to look for the timeout. My apologies. And then maybe they'll think about pulling the goaltender. It'll be a timeout called by Sarnia.
Yeah, it's still too early for me to pull them. You're only down one. You get one. If you give up one on an empty net here, then you're going to give up you could give up two, or be down two, sorry, I should say, and have to get two back. If you wait minute 30, that's where you're probably going to feel a little more comfortable pulling Everhart, especially unless you get possession and hold it. That's where you're going to start to get a little more chancy to pull it. But if you lose this draw, there's no way he's coming out, unless he comes out now, which
he's looking at the bench there, and he will open up the door and make his way to the bench here. Sarnia going to pull the goalie for the extra attacker and bring out
my personal. I'm sorry, this is why I'm not a coach anymore. But I think it's too early. You're really risking it on Strathroy sending it down and scoring.
Rockets now down a man with the extra attacker on here for Sarnia. Sarnia down low in the corner, trying to get the puck away. Fired on goal. That one hits off the pad of Nixon. Faulkner now will take a shot down the ice at the empty net, and it'll miss and go for icing. And the Rockets, who were already on the ice there with a line change from the icing, will ice it again. And that is the problem when you get the empty net. Sometimes you just find yourself wanting to shoot from it from your own zone, but
it was right after a timeout. You take that chance. You've got fresh legs out there. You can kind of do that a little bit.
O'Leary DeLosa now looking shot, fires it off the post, and that one goes off into the corner. Now left side, Ninehouse against Faulkner. Comes out to the other side. Marshall looking to chip it past. Piercy just puts it back into the corner. Pierre looks out front, trying to clear that one. McDonald up to the blue line. Over to the left side. Intercepted here. Faulkner, he's going to bring it up. Get it to center, fire one to the net, and he's just going to miss, but he got past center, so no icing here. Minute 10 to go here, the Legionnaires from their own zone. Harper now gets the center. He'll dump it in all the way around the boards to the opposite side. Habib's going to be the first one there. Marshall around the boards, gets it out, and coming across a big hit there. Arm comes up, but Nelson's going to be in on alone, a breakaway with an empty net, and he'll ice it. No one else in the empty netter. 5-3 Strathroy.
And we might even see a penalty still called on that play, as that was a knee-on-knee collision. You might see a knee on that, but a big goal for Noah Nelson on that play, as the referees are converging over at the penalty box as well.
50 seconds to go in the third. The empty netter puts the Rockets up by 2.
No penalty called on the play either, so they were looking at a trip. Tough to see that one as a back referee to call a knee-on-knee.
Laszlo in the corner here, and now Dundas just going to clear this one back out to center. 35 seconds to go here. It's Lightfoot getting it up to Moffat. Moffat wide. Right side, looks out front. Dundas intercepts it. He'll pick it up. Dundas coming through the middle, dodges a hit there, gets the center, comes in, and dumps it in. And they're going to say he was offside on the play with 24.9 to go here in period number 3.
One thing I will notice that when the Rockets did have the 6-on-5 there wasn't a small guy on the ice. Everybody on the ice was a large player. So if it got into the corners, they're going to come out with it, or they're going to pin it there.
Off the draw, Spezia will pick it up and dump it right back in. Slager's now off the boards, trying to get it out. Dundas just inside the blue line, back to the Strathroy end of the ice here. Ty Johnson, Spezia over to Dundas on the right side, just inside the blue line, fires a shot as he takes a little bit of a late hit there from Lightfoot, but the horn will go, and the Rockets will skate away with a 5-3 win here against the Sarnia Legionnaires. Big 2 points on the line, and Strathroy came to play. The empty netter from Nelson ices it with 50 seconds to go, and Strathroy will finish off the weekend with a win.
And you know what? That's a big. It's been a big week for the Rockets. You lose to St. Thomas, yes, but you give up 4 power play goals. Really, that's a 2-1 game or a 1-1 game without the power play. You got to be impressed with the Rockets, how they've come out of the break and how they played here and on Wednesday there against Kamoka on home ice. Really good weekend for this team. Really look forward to the second part of this season going forward.
Yeah, if you look at the Tuesday game and include that in the weekend, the Rockets would have loved to take 2 of 3 games, and that's exactly what they did. Of course, the loss against St. Thomas, you'd like to have that back, but they'll take 2 of 3 this past week with a 5-3 win here over the Sarnia Legionnaires on this Saturday night. We'll do one final scoring summary update here, and then we'll send it away as the Rockets victorious here 5-3.
Yeah, Noah Nelson with the beautiful play by Nigel Piercy to get it up to him with the empty netter. He scored the 5th goal there. Brandon Currig got the Legionnaires, my apologies, back within 1 there, making it 4-3. And Michael Elliston, back in the second period, got his 2nd goal of the game. Big one for him there. Big to see him get back into things there as well.
Yeah, Michael Elliston will finish the game with a pair of goals for Strathroy and help lead them to a 5-3 win here. Rockets victorious on this Saturday night. They'll have themselves a week off before they host the LaSalle Vipers a week from today here in Strathroy. For Noah Smith and Matt Hiscox, we thank you for listening with us tonight here on the Rockets Radio Network, and we'll see you next week here as the